right. Thought I'd make this little video just to, now I'm back home, had a little bit of a sleep. Thought I'd make this little video to explain what the hell happened yesterday. Yeah, well, we travelled down, got to Dover. We answered Danny's call. Danny gave that call out for all Patriots to make their way to Dover. He'd send details on the day as to where we needed to be, at what time. So we figured we'd make our way down there, get there early so as we could park, because we expected no parking spaces. Yeah, got there early. I paid for parking on somebody's drive for 8 hours. No, sorry, 12 hours, 8 till 8, which was cheap, only £9. But you know, I figured just outside the town as well. I figured I was being clever by doing that, because if Dover was going to be brought to a standstill, then we'd be parked out the town. So you know, if we needed to, we could get away. You know what I mean? But yeah, that turned out to be. When we got there, that was a disaster. fucking hills like that. We got to the top of it, parked up, and was like, we got to walk back up here. It's like, fuck that, no way, no way. So we made our way to the parking at the castle, which was free. Free parking. I was like, oh, man. So yeah, we got there, and the castle parking wasn't out until 10. So we went to another free car park, and just waited there for an hour to rest. And trying to get things up on my phone, YouTube and all that, and the signal was terrible signal. So yeah, we waited there for an hour, and then the time come, the castle opened, so we made our way around to the castle, parked on the free car park, and then we went, and because I'd already prepaid for the castle, because I figured we'd be there early anyway, because nothing was supposed to be happening until 2 o'clock, I believe. So because I had Charlie with me, I thought, you know, we'll walk around the castle, kill a few hours like. Yeah, went to the castle on a big hill. Tell you, man, if you got bad knees and that, it's not for you. No way. My knees killing me. But yeah, but the castle was, mate, it's the best castle I've ever been to, and I've been to a few. So if you're thinking of going to Dover in the future, I will be going back definitely, just to see the castle again, because we missed half of it out. But if the castle's amazing, and the secret wartime tunnels as well underneath, wow. Yeah, we found it very apt, because it was on about, you know, wartime, World War II, and what happened, and the Patriots, and we found it very apt. The fact that we was down there to join this Danny Tommo protest against the migrants coming in. Yeah, but like I say, I was at the castle. We had a massive advantage point there. We could see the whole town, and we kept filming. We kept taking pictures. We kept watching the 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 crowds, the so-called thousands of people that was going to be there to bring Dover to a standstill. Never happened. Never happened. We couldn't see anything. Traffic was moving sweet. There was no. We couldn't see anything. We saw nothing. We didn't realise we was looking directly at the where the migrant centre is. and we didn't realise that that's where everybody was. Well, we turned up, but we saw nothing. There was no disruption. There was nothing what we were expecting. But we just carried on around the castle, and then we saw a post on my phone, YouTube post from Danny Tommo, who was in France, calling for people to send him a message. And no, sorry, we saw that video when we was parked up waiting. We saw that video about, I think it was about 9:30 in the morning. And like I say, the signal was rubbish. In the video only played off and then it stopped. Couldn't watch the rest of it. But we heard Danny Tommo asking people to message him on on other socials. So I messaged him on Facebook. I've messaged him twice. Never received a reply. So, and like I say, the signal went. So we went to the castle then. Walking in the castle, looking out over the battlements, watching for these huge crowds, bringing Dover to a standstill. Yeah, never happened, mate. Never. Very, very disappointed. But I've saw clips on YouTube. I haven't. I'm gonna watch one now. But mate, so disappointed. But yeah, it was about 3 o'clock, and there was a few helicopters in the sky, and that was over towards the ferry port, and we thought, do you know what? I bet that's where they are. But that's where the protest is, and we couldn't see the ferry port from where we was, so we decided to go. We left about 3:30. So boy, rights, this protest had been going an hour and a half, but we figured, it's still being full swing, so we'll go. So we left. We went down to the seafront, parked on the seafront, loads of spaces, like still nothing, nobody, nothing. I paid to park. We got out of the car, and then we noticed this man and woman walking along the seafront with flags. So I went over to him and I asked him, "What, you on the way to the protest?" Because I was walking towards the ferry port. I said, "You on your way to the protest?" And they says, "No, it's finished." I said, "What?" He says, "Yeah, it's over there." And they pointed over the other side of town, where we'd been looking all along from the vantage point up at the castle. And they were saying, yeah, there were about 50 people turned up. Yeah, hardly thousands, but 50 people. A few police vans there, but apparently they didn't outnumber the protesters. So, but yeah, a few YouTubers there, which I'm just about to watch on YouTube now, so I'll see just what was going on. But no, mate. We come down all the way from Dudley down to Dover, expecting thousands of people to be there for answering Danny Tommo's call. We knew he'd be in France, he'd said in the week. Originally, I was going to be going to France, but my missus and my son, they was asking me not to go. And I says, the only way I'd not go is if you come with me, because then I wouldn't take you over to France. But Wendy wouldn't come. But Charlie wanted to, so that's how Charlie ended up coming, on the promise that I wouldn't go to France. I'm glad now in a way, because yeah, apparently Danny Tommo was there with about 10 others. That's it, and he was claiming that there was thousands of others that had got held up at the port. by the police. So maybe, I don't know yet. I haven't watched what's available on YouTube yet, but yeah, that's what I've heard. But all in all, very disappointing. But me and Charlie had a good day. Spent a small fortune in the castle, but wow, yeah, well, the castle. If you're in Dover, I recommend the castle. You've got to go and see the castle. I'd say it's the best. I've been to Warwick Castle a few times, and to me, that was always the best one. With the events they have on there, and Dover Castle is just so different, man. It's just wow. I think it's the World War element and Napoleonic War element. You know, all these secret tunnels underneath, which you know, the history behind it. Yeah, all about protecting this country. Quite ironic, really, because down on the seafront, they're loosening all these illegal immigrants, giving them houses, places to stay, doctors, nurses, dentists, money, phones, clothes, food. Yeah, and what do our patriotic veterans and homeless people get? Not a fat lot. Certainly not what the migrants get. But yeah, I thought I'd make this little video. It's now just after 7:30, quarter to eight. I've just took Wendy to work, dropped her off at work, got back. We got back here, me and Charlie, about 2 o'clock this morning. And within an hour, I was asleep. Charlie went to bed. I was asleep in the chair. I'm knackered, man. But yeah, just about to watch YouTube, try and find out what I missed. So I was there, guys, man, right there. And yeah, whatever these YouTubers are going to be claiming on these videos now, what I'm about to watch, I never saw that. It was it was a lovely town actually. Very quiet, not much traffic. Yeah, very windy and very cold, but we had a lovely sunny day. But where was these patriots? Where was these thousands of patriots making their way to Dover, like me, changing my work plans, my work night shifts, so as I could go down on Saturday? Man, yeah, it has kind of put a dampener on any other events being organised, because I'm going to be a bit reluctant next time, and I dare say a few others are as well, because these people who we saw on the beach from Portsmouth, they were staying in a hotel there, a man and a woman. They was there with big flags, waving flags, and they themselves says it wasn't what they was expecting. Yeah, sad, really sad. That's it, folks. Not much more to tell you. Me and Charlie had a good day. My wallet's a bit lighter. Yeah, but oh man, so disappointing. Yeah, I will reconsider any future events, I'm going to say, especially if they're that far away. 4-hour drive. Yeah, if you get to watch this, Danny, we was there, mate. We waited for your call, but the signal went kaput. I couldn't get YouTube up anymore. For the rest of the time I was in Dover, couldn't get YouTube up. It was hit and miss, the signal, for me, which put a dampener on things. So this last minute, I'll message everybody and give them details thing didn't work. I wasn't the only one who had issues. This man and woman who we stopped on the seafront, they told us that other people had had issues as well. And a lot of them who was there, they only happened across it by chance because nobody had an effing clue where they was meant to be. Apart from a so-called YouTuber called BB Audits. I believe he was in direct contact with Tommy. So how true that is, I don't know. But yeah, disappointed, man. Putting a call out like that, and less than 100 people turn up. Wow. Just kind of make me wonder whether I'll be at the next one. Well, you know, if you're against what's happening in this country, that's what gets me. Dover's the intake point for the whole of the UK, including Ireland, because all these immigrants are coming in there. I mean, them being flown in and on other ways on the backs of lorries and all that as well. Yeah, but this migrant centre, I believe them all processed there, and from there they make their way across the rest of the UK, including Ireland. They get sent to Northern Ireland, and then they leach into Southern Ireland because there's no border. So it's so easy for them to just spread like a cancer, which is what they are, and our government's allowing it. It's disgusting, really. And every day I hear of another incident involving a migrant, another rape, another attack, and the mainstream media try and dampen it down and not show it, but it leaks out, it gets out. Uh, the vastness of the place, the size of the place, it was a bit daunting as well, Dover. You do need the numbers to put a stop to this. But Danny, I think you need to rethink strategy. They're going over to France and attacking the boats there on the shores of France. Fantastic idea, yeah. But you are in another country, mate. You are in another country and you're asking for trouble. You need to rethink. Something here needs to be done, to be fair. So we'll wait and see what people come up with. But as for the big uprising, all you people in the UK who are awake to this, who know what's going on, see what's going on, where was you? To make a difference, you've got to do what you don't normally do. You've got to be prepared, man, to give up your time and stand up. Disappointing, man. Yeah, but there wasn't any violence, so which I've seen a lot of people saying riots. I mean, come on. We just want this illegal invasion of our country to stop. Illegal invasion of the UK to stop. And all these immigrants here so far gone, deported back, gone, and get back to our borders being manned properly like they used to be. Because at the minute it's open doors, mate. Open doors, and all these illegal immigrants are milking it with the help of our government. The government, I'm all for it. I'm encouraging it. Yeah, so where we go next, folks? No idea. No idea. If this video is a bit shaky, it's because I've got survivor's stance in my legs. My knee's killing me, man. My knee's killing me. I feel like I've climbed mountains today. Yeah, folks. Sorry for the non-9 live stream. Sorry for the late video. I'm going to attach all the photos and everything. I'm going to make this into a little day video just to prove that we was there, yeah. And all the photos and the videos we took from the roof of the castle overlooking the town, you'll be able to see nothing was happening. Yeah. So thanks for watching, folks. That's the update. That's what happened. Back home safe and sound now, and I'll be eagerly watching what happens next. But Danny, huge fail, I think, and a big thumbs down from me, because mate, yeah, and the rest of the people in the UK who moan and groan about this sort of thing but weren't there, shame on you, man. Shame on you. Where was you? No excuses. Leave it be. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good day. We made it, David Charlie. Huh? You slept through most of it though, don't you?
No.
Yeah, you did. And I did, to be fair.
You was driving.
I was sleep driving. There's Dover Castle in the background. The town was very quiet, wasn't it, mate? Huh?
Mm.
The town was very quiet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go and visit the castle. Opens at 10 o'clock. We're going to visit the castle. Because at the minute, we're the only fuckers here, look. What's the matter with my... No, it won't flip round while we're recording. I've done it. Okay. Won't do it. Have it, will you?
Okay.
Eh? Trying to make out I don't know how things work, Charlie Wally.
You don't.
Kids. There's the castle. You just about see it there. Like I say, there's nobody about. Look, car park is empty. We're the first. So, let's see how it goes. Catch you later.
So, you wanna wanna stop the boats, stop the boats. And you wanna save our country, save it now. But to get them all out, you gotta vote, vote to vote it. And Advance UK will know how. Dividing us all is the only way that those in control get to have their play. We have to unite under a common goal to get us all out of our current hole. So you wanna stop the boats, stop the boats. And you wanna save our country, save it now. But to get them all out, you gotta vote, vote to vote it. And Advance UK will know how. They're destroying our nation's health, ever increasing their own personal will, promoting evil over all that's good, corrupting as many as they ever could. We can fight back, there is a way, except that we're all different and unite again. Understand their roots are buried everywhere, affects us all, so you really must care. Illegal migration is not the only issue. Everything's by design to misuse you. So you wanna stop the boats, stop the bees. And you wanna save our country, save it now. But to get them all out, you gotta vote, vote to vote it. And Advance UK will know how. Deception, corruption, they're weapons of choice. All we have is our one quiet voice. But united we're louder, a deafening bellow. Uniting others, Advance to lead, we'd all follow. So you wanna stop the boats, stop the boats. And you wanna save our country, save it now. But to get them all out, you gotta vote, vote to vote it. And Advance UK will know how. This is how. When the time comes, just vote.
Rather disappointing. I mean, we had a good day at the castle, to be fair, which is up there. But we was looking down constantly, trying to see where these protests were, because it was all top secret, you know. Last minute notification, nobody knew where it was going to be. Well, I was constantly looking on my phone, waiting for a message, which I never received. Just found out that it was at the migrant centre, which is there, that big building there, by there, and it's all over now. Everybody's gone. It's all over. There wasn't the thousands that we was hoping for, but apparently Danny's over in France with a handful of people over there. So yeah, that's it. He's getting a bit restless now, his legs are making, because of all the walking around the castle. But I'll tell you now, yeah, I really agree with you. The castle is well worth visiting. It is amazing. Amazing. The wartime tunnels and everything. But we were a little bit peeved that we missed out on what I come down here for in the first place, really. And it was happening right over there. And we ended up right over there, other side of town, because we didn't know where it was happening. Didn't have a clue. We was looking for large crowds of people, flag waving people, but no, apparently there was about 50. Extremely disappointing. Dover wasn't brought to a standstill, and yeah, we've just passed to a man and a woman walking back to their hotel. It put us straight as to what went on. To be fair, I couldn't get a good enough signal on my phone. I couldn't access my messages for a few hours while we was in the castle. But I never. The guy was just telling me he had the same issue and he was down here. He only found out by chance where he was. So I'm just going to go and have a stroll around now, and then head back home. Rather disappointed. What can you do? Catch you later.